It comes up all the time in real estate. What are the best neighborhoods that you can live in? Well, as a realtor, I can't sway people and say, this is the one you need to be at, and this is the one you need to be at. But I can provide you data to give you the top 10 neighborhoods in the entire greater Lansing area according to purchase price. And I'm going to address each and every one of these neighborhoods in this next episode of Lansing, Michigan Life right now. Hey everybody, Troy Seyfert here with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialist in the greater Lansing, Michigan area. I'm a top producing realtor in the greater Lansing, Michigan area, and I've created this YouTube channel for people who are just like you. People who are looking to find what are the top suburbs, what are the best places that I should be, what are the top gems in Lansing, Michigan. I have an extensive library of videos, and if you are looking to maybe move here in 9 days, 90 days, or 9 months from now, I encourage you to watch my videos, yes, to get some of the knowledge, but also feel free to contact me anytime. All my contact information is in the description below, so feel free to call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom call with me. I would love to be able to talk with you one-on-one just about what your real estate goals are. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. You'll get notified when a brand new episode of Lansing, Michigan Life goes live, and we have new episodes going live once or twice a week. And also, like this video if you like the content, because in this video, I am going to be talking about the top 10 neighborhoods in the greater Lansing, Michigan area according to purchase price. So of course, when I'm looking at these homes, I'm going to be looking at probably more luxury properties. Okay, but it's going to be good for many of you to be able to see what are the top areas, because when you look at the purchase price, you might be able to see like, okay, there's a reason why these homes cost more than maybe some other areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each neighborhood one by one. I also brought my computer here. You see it right here in front of me. And then I'm going to show you the home in the neighborhood on Zoom, just so you can have a feel of what the homes look like, because I could just sit here and just talk about it the entire time, but you would have no idea what these homes look like, what in the world I'm talking about. So I'm going to address the neighborhood, and then I'm going to take you on Zoom, and we're going to be doing some back and forth here, okay? So I'm going to start with number 10. I'm going to start with the lowest, not the lowest price neighborhood in Lansing, because I mean, that would be way cheaper than these. But out of the top 10, I'm going to start with number 10. And number 10, I'm just letting you know, I did extensive research throughout all the neighborhoods. I didn't just like take something lightly and be like, oh yeah, I think like these will be the top ones, okay? I did extensive research to see really like what were the best, like what were the top price points. And for some of these, I was honestly surprised, because I thought that all of them would be in a certain area, and a lot of them are on the eastern side of Lansing. A majority of them are, but one of them ended up being in Lansing. So number 10, and the neighborhood is known as Grand Manor. Grand Manor. So Grand Manor, there's a lot of newer builds in this neighborhood, not a very large neighborhood, but custom homes that were built, and they almost function like a condo. What I mean is you have detached homes, custom built, look beautiful, but they do pay around $200-ish a month in their condo association dues. And what that covers is lawn care, snowplow removal, landscaping. I think it covers sprinklers being blown in and out. So it does kind of function like a condo, to where you don't have to do any of the yard work. It's taken care of for you through the association. Definitely, I was going to say a diamond in the rough, but I don't want to say that, like, you know, that Lansing is rough. But definitely like just a hidden gem. That's what I would use in Lansing. Now, a lot of these homes are also on the Grand River, so they have water views as well. So let me go ahead, bring this home up. Okay, everybody, so I have the number 10 one here, right here it's on Harbor Cove, but it's in the Grand Manor neighborhood. And you will see here, home built in 2005, so it's a little bit of an older home, but it's on an acre lot. You can see here at the top where I'm circling, the lot acres 0.914. The taxes, about $13,000 for this. So you're going to be seeing higher taxes on all these homes, because if you've been watching my videos, you see that Meridian Township, so some of these other suburbs, like the higher you go, and with the millages that we have in our area, the higher your taxes are going to be. So this one is actually not that bad because it is in Delta Charter Township. So it is in Lansing. It has a Lansing address, but Delta Charter Township, and in Eaton County, which is towards the western part of Lansing, which is a good thing. You can see they have monthly association dues, and the square footage, it's a ranch for this one, about 2,600 square feet with a partially finished lower level. And this is on the river as well, on the Grand River. So that's a nice feature to be able to have. And let's just take a look at some of the photos too, so you can just kind of see what these look like. Actually, there's no photos. This is just the front. But you can, so you can kind of see here, this is what the front, it looks very traditional, but it's larger. This one sold for $841,000. Okay, so number 9 is in the Okemos area, and it's a neighborhood that I've talked about before. I featured it in my all around Discover Okemos videos, one of those, so definitely check those out. But number 9 is the Sanctuary. So the last one, number 10, the average price point was $770,000. For the Sanctuary number 9, the average price in this neighborhood is $784,000 for those that have closed, so closed sales. So the Sanctuary, the location of it is right by the high school, and for access to McLaren Hospital, like if you're a physician potentially watching this video, very easy access to McLaren Hospital. Like you could be there within 5 to 10 minutes depending on traffic. But even if you're trying to get to the west side of town, or you're trying to get to downtown, is easy highway access to I-96 because it is on the southern side of Okemos. So let me go ahead and kind of show you around the Sanctuary here, just so you can see one of the examples that I have. Okay, at number 9, I want to show you here. This is in the Sanctuary in Okemos. So this is on Robbins Way. This is one of the main roads in the Sanctuary neighborhood. And this one is on 1/3 of an acre. So not as not like an acre lot, but 3,300 square foot home, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, built in 2010. It went for $784,000. And the taxes, okay, because this is Meridian Township, $19,000 for the taxes. And those are going to go up ever so slightly because of the new purchase price at $784,000. But another thing with the Sanctuary too is that they are building more lots, and they have a lot of new builds that they are proposing there. So it's going to get even larger there. So let's take a look at some of the photos here. I know that there are more photos on this one than there were on the last one. Again, a traditional 2-story home. It was snowy when this was out, so you can kind of see the Michigan snow here. But yeah, grander. And the builder who built this, Jim Jagir, does a great job. He's just a little bit more custom with his newer builds, vaulted ceiling there. So very nice. So again, you can see a higher quality there. Let's move on to the next neighborhood. Okay, so number 8 is also in Okemos, different part of Okemos, but it's the neighborhood known as Wellington. And Wellington, the average price point is just a little bit higher than the Sanctuary. It's at $786,000. And the location of Wellington, it is right off of Grand River, which is a major road that goes straight through Okemos and all the way into Williamston, and which is another suburb of Greater Lansing, the most easternmost suburb. And we're going to be seeing that in some of Williamston and some of these top neighborhoods, just to let you know. But Wellington has some very custom homes, and a lot of these homes also, the reason why the price points are so high are their lots are a lot larger. I mean, when I bring this up, you're gonna see it's close to an acre lot for this. So let me go ahead and show you what Wellington looks like. Start. Okay, so let us go to our next one in Wellington at number 8. This one is on Wellington Drive. Okemos Schools here. This one sold for $795,000. 2-story house, close to 4,000 square feet. feel like that is quite large for a house. 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. These taxes are going to go way up because it's built off a $500,000 value. Right now they're at 13 grand, but this is going to go up to close to 20 grand coming up here. Almost on an acre lot, and public water, but a septic tank. And that when you have the larger lots, you might have a septic tank you have to take care of. And that's something that can get inspected in E.M. County if you wanted to. So let's take a look at some of the photos here, just so you can kind of see the quality of the construction and the quality of the look. Yeah, again, very grand, oversized windows and beautiful entryway staircases. Yeah, very nice. Open concept there in the back. Okay, so that is number 8. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, at number 7, is Steeplechase. Steeplechase, the average price point for this is $790,000. This is located in Williamston. And again, very custom homes, traditional looking homes, large lots. So let's take a look at Steeplechase. Okay, so Steeplechase, let's bring this up here. Again, this is in Williamston. So you're seeing a pattern here. Lots of Williamston ones here. Close on to an acre lot. You can see the look of this here. Over 3,100 square feet. So you're seeing a pattern. I mean, the first one was a ranch. But if it's a 2-story home, you are definitely getting over 3,000 square feet if you're paying this high of a price point. So this sold for $780,000. Taxes are close to $12,000, but again, those are going to go up as well. 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. Let's take a look at some of the photos here. Get the nice hardwood floors there. Oversized window. Again, these are not in a cookie cutter neighborhood. These were very custom built homes. And you're kind of seeing a pattern too, that a lot of these are traditional looking on the outside. Lots of brick. That's just, that helps withstand the elements in Michigan. So moving on, it looks like, because I think I showed you enough here. So let's move on to the next one. Coming in at number 6 is a neighborhood known as Oakleaf. Oakleaf is also in Williamston. Very large homes as well. And this is located towards the northern part of Williamston. So if you're wanting highway access, it's just, it kind of depends on your job, right? Like if you're looking to be close to I-96, which is a major highway, it's going to be further away because you're going to have to go through the town of Williamston to actually get down to the highway. But there are a number of back roads that you can take by living in this neighborhood, just as a heads up, in Oakleaf. Oakleaf, the average in the last year and a half was around $810,000. So let me go ahead and show you Oakleaf. Okay, so number 6 in Oakleaf. So I had a client see this house just recently. This is Williamston again. Williamston, and I think I shared this in my pros and cons of Williamston. Williamston does have some of the biggest variety of homes. They have large homes, they have country homes. It's a smaller community, but if you're looking for some variety, Williamston's got a lot out there. It's just a little bit further out. I mean, you're gonna be traveling 20, 25 minutes to get to anywhere there. So this is on 2.1 acres. And this home that I showed, 6,200 square feet. It was massive. This was in an estate, so it sold for $810,000. But the value of it is close to $1 million. Like when they actually showed, like it was, this was in an estate. So this is an interesting one to show you because it's 60, and there's no mistake here. I was in this home, I walked in this home. This is a mammoth size home, but you're not gonna be that impressed when you look at the inside. Just older looks, old oak. large windows. Large rooms, tall ceilings, but it needed a lot of work. So you're like, man, 810,000? Yeah, I mean, surprised it went that high too, because they're gonna have to shell out a bunch of money for this, but this is close to $1 million home. So again, just wanted you to see there in Oakleaf. Now we're at the top 5. So the top 5, we're getting to over $1 million for the average price point for homes in these neighborhoods. So coming in at number 5 is a neighborhood known as White Hills Woods. White Hills Woods has an East Lansing address, but a majority of the homes are in Hazlet schools. Some of them are in East Lansing schools. Again, large homes, larger lots, and there might be a person who's famous at Michigan State University that lives in this neighborhood as well. So a lot of people who are in the Michigan State Athletic Department, they might have lived in this neighborhood, okay? But definitely, again, huge homes, custom homes. So let's take a look at White Hills Woods. Okay, so number 5 here, into the top 5. So this is on Pine Hollow, one of the major roads in White Hills Woods. Hazlet schools, like I told you earlier, it's East Lansing, but it's Hazlet schools. Again, a more traditional, I mean, again, you're seeing brick homes. Okay, you're seeing the pattern here. But this home, over 5,200 square feet above with 2,000 square feet finished in the basement, went for $1.3 million. Taxes here, $23,000. And they're gonna go up from that too at this purchase price. And it's on a half-acre lot. So I believe that's public water, public sewer, yep. Oh, and it looks like this sold for cash. So someone bought this $1.3 million cash. There's not going to be a lot of photos of this one. This is, but you know, just so you can kind of see the outside of it. More traditional look inside, but very large home. Okay, so let's see what the next one is at number 4. Number 4. Now, if I butcher this, I sincerely apologize. But there's a reason why this is a tough neighborhood to pronounce. It's Baan.Ga.Aka. Baan.Gan.Aka. And this is also located in Williamston. The average price for this is $1.1 million. So above White Hills Woods. These homes, again, custom, larger lots. These are well septic places though. And this is located again in Williamston. It's not gonna be extremely close to highway access. So you are gonna have to take some back roads there. But again, if you're wanting a large home with lots of space, this is a neighborhood you might wanna check out. So let's take a look at an example. At number 4, we got Baan.Ga.Aka. Some Monarch Lane, and 2 acres, has its own private pond, 4,300 finished square feet with a 1,500 finished square foot basement, built in 2013. This one might have a little bit more of a less traditional feel to it. So let's see and take a look. This is a different builder in here. So you see your pond there. Okay, ceilings look a little low. Kitchen looks nice. I mean, and that's a nice bathroom with a clawfoot tub and also the shower. Okay. So again, $1.3 million for a home in Baan.Ga.Aka. Let's see what's coming in at number 3. At number 3, I like to call this neighborhood Lake Lansing. Okay, I don't know if that's like the specific neighborhood that's called, but I'm calling it Lake Lansing. Why? Because these are homes that are right on the water, that have lakefront access, lake frontage on an all sports lake. And this is, in my opinion, the most popular lake in all of Greater Lansing, which is Lake Lansing. So if you wanted to buy a house directly on Lake Lansing, that average price right now is just shy of $1.2 million, $1.172,500. Okay, so some very custom homes on here. Some of them need work, Some of them have been completely remodeled. Those are some of the ones that have recently sold. So it can kind of be all over the place, but let's take a look at what it looks like to have a home right on the lake. Okay, let's take a look at a lake home here. And this is somebody I know who sold this house, completely transformed it. 6240 West Reynolds Road, sold for a little over $1 million on a quarter-acre lot. That's the thing with some of these lake properties. They're not going to be as large of lots, some of them, but you get the waterfront on it, which is what everybody wants. 2,700 square feet above on a crawl. But let's take a look at the look of this. See, there's Lake Lansing, just, you know, picture of it. Garage is in the front. Big windows, wow. Skylights. That is beautiful. Very sleek, like nice back door area too. Overlooking that lake. That is a prime spot. 100%. Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing. So, lake living just costs you just a little over $1 million to do if you wanted something this nice of quality. Okay, let's get on to the next one. Getting close to number 1. Coming in at number 2 is a neighborhood known as Chimney. And Chimney is in Williamston. Average price for this neighborhood, $1.36 million. There is a home right now that's pending in that neighborhood at $900,000, but it's considerably smaller, not as custom. This is a home when I went around Williamston with my vlog tour. This is a neighborhood I featured because these are 2-3 acre lots. Well septic at this neighborhood, I believe, as well. But you're going to get very large custom homes and very large lots. So let's take a look and see what it looks like. Okay. Here at the top 2, so Chimney. So I'm familiar with this one a little bit because my broker, you see Mike, he sold this one. $1.365 million, 4,700 square feet on 8 acres. And so some of these lots in Chimney, some of them are 3 acres, some of them are 8 acres. But again, a large home, more traditional looking, $20,000 in taxes, but based off of $740,000 value, these taxes are probably going to double. I hope that person knows that who bought this. So let's take a look here. Yeah, so this one, they were a sports family. So there's a basketball court in this house. Nice hardwood floors, beautiful open kitchen. Nice views all around. See, there's that basketball court. They had like a tennis court and a pickleball court in there. Beautiful. Love it. So a lot of updates to it, but $1.365 million. Pretty impressive. Number one. Now this can be debatable for some people because I was I told you I did extensive research on this, and there was one home that sold within the last year, but there was another home that sold at a little bit of a lesser price. But when I've looked at homes in this neighborhood, they are always listed for over $1 million. And even when I spoke with when I first got into real estate, when I spoke with my broker and I was talking about luxury neighborhoods, my broker stated, hey, show your luxury clients this neighborhood. So I am going to go out on a limb that this is number 1, and it can be up for debate, whatever, but I'm using stats. So the number 1 neighborhood in the greater Lansing area is Ember Oaks. And that's also located in Okemos. Now, the thing that's really nice about this neighborhood is that it's very close to the I-96 access, because you just have to take Jolly Road to be able to get onto I-96. So it's within 5 minutes. So again, for the executive looking to commute, it's great. If you're working at Jackson National Life, it's right down the road. A lot of these homes that I've shown you are traditional looking homes. A lot of them are all brick on the outside, okay? It's just the way it is in Michigan. I have many people saying to me, I want to look at more contemporary homes. Michigan, because of their winters, it's just not a realistic thing, okay? California, maybe even Arizona, Florida, homes that have been built in warmer temperatures, okay, they can look more contemporary. Michigan and especially in our area in Lansing, we just don't have a lot of contemporary homes. So you're gonna see, again, even at this #1 home, like it's more of a traditional look. So let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, so let's see the #1 home in the #1 area as well too. Because again, one home sold within the last year, but I've seen homes sell for over $1 million here on an acre in Ember Oaks, 1.55 million. 4,800 square feet above, 2,100 square foot basement. So the total livable area is just almost 7,000 finished square feet. Taxes, $29,000, which will go higher than that, coming up maybe closer to 35,000. Crazy, right? So let's take a look. And again, you're seeing a pattern, traditional looking homes with brick. And grand entryways. Tall ceilings. It's a nice covered patio area. Yeah, again, lots of pictures. I'm not going to go through all of these, but there's the kitchen as well with an awesome vent hood. Okay, so you get the picture. So let me bring this to a close. Well, thanks again, everybody, for watching this. I hope this was informative for you to see the top 10 highest price point neighborhoods within the entire greater Lansing area. Again, a lot of them are towards the eastern side. My goal, just to let you know, is that I'm gonna try to get into every suburb and I'm gonna try to find the top 5 neighborhoods. Some of them are according to price point. Some of them I'm gonna do the most amount of units sold within that neighborhood, because I think that that's an important thing. So I'm going to be showing you many neighborhoods in all the different suburbs. This isn't going to be the only one I'm going to be doing. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned to the channel. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video if you liked what you saw. Also, if you need anything in regards to real estate, contact me at any time. My contact information is in the description below, so reach out to me anytime. I mean it. Call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom call with me. And again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, make it a great day. Take care.